Israeli airstrikes killed 15 Palestinians in Gaza early Friday, while a hospital said another 20 people died in shootings while waiting for aid. Meanwhile, Hamas said it had given a positive response to the latest proposal for ceasefire, though it said negotiations were needed on how to implement it. The UN Human Rights Office says it has recorded 613 Palestinians killed within the span of a month in Gaza while trying to obtain aid. Most were killed while trying to reach food distribution points run by an Israeli-backed American organization, while others were massed waiting for aid trucks connected to the United Nations or other humanitarian organizations. Spokeswoman Ravina Shamdasani said the Rights Office was not able to attribute responsibility for the killings. But she said it is clear that the Israeli military has shelled and shot at Palestinians trying to reach the distribution points operated by the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. In a message to the Associated Press, Shamdasani said that of the total tallied, 509 killings were GCHEF-related, meaning at or near its distribution sites. Information keeps coming in, she added. This is ongoing and it is unacceptable. The GCHEF has denied any serious injuries or deaths on its sites and says shootings outside their immediate vicinity are under the purview of Israel's military. In a statement Friday, GCHEF cast doubt on the casualty figures and accused the UN of trying to falsely smear our effort. The Israeli military also issued new evacuation orders Friday in northeast Khan Yunis and urged Palestinians to move west ahead of planned military operations against Hamas in the area. The new evacuation zones pushed Palestinians into increasingly smaller spaces by the coast, since GCHEF began distributions in late May. Witnesses have said almost daily that Israeli troops opened fire on crowds of Palestinians on the roads leading through military-controlled zones to the food centers. Officials at Nasser Hospital in Khan Yunis said at least 3 Palestinians were killed Friday on their way to GCHEF sites in the area of Rafah in southern Gaza. Rick Pieperkorn, representative of the World Health Organization, said Nasser Hospital, the biggest hospital operating in the south, receives dozens or hundreds of casualties every day, most coming from the vicinity of the food distribution sites. The overwhelmed hospital has become one massive trauma ward, he said. The WHO supports Nasser Hospital and other health facilities. The International Committee of the Red Cross also said in late June that its field hospital near one of the GHF sites has been overwhelmed more than 20 times in the previous months by mass casualties. It said the casualties had been on their way to the food distribution sites, and the vast majority of patients suffered gunshot injuries. Also on Friday, Israel's military said a soldier was killed in combat in the north of Gaza, and it was investigating. Over 860 Israeli soldiers have been killed since the war began, including more than 400 during the fighting in Gaza. He said the response will be positive but added that Hamas is insisting on guarantees regarding an Israeli withdrawal to positions it held on March 2nd during a previous ceasefire, and an end to the war following a 60-day truce, as well as ending the GCHEF system for distributing aid. The official spoke on condition of anonymity because he was not authorized to talk to the press. Trump said Tuesday that Israel had agreed on terms for a 60-day ceasefire in Gaza and urged Hamas to accept the deal before conditions worsen.